Hey everybody, Mark Edwards here for another video. Today we released our first 2025 NHL Draft ranking. Top 32 is free, top 64 for our insider members. A reminder, insiders, it's only $12.99 for the whole year, so you can take a peek at the full top 64. The draft book is not included anymore in the subscription, so you just go show up in June and purchase the book. But the membership is basically $1 a month right now, which is a pretty good deal. Anyway, back to Schaefer. Really dynamic defenseman, offensive defenseman. Not to compare him to Cale Makar, but that's kind of a style he plays. He's always looking to jump into the rush and do that sort of thing. You see here him jump in and score a nice one. That's kind of what he's all about. As far as defending, he's not a liability, but I would say that's an area of his game that's going to need a little bit of development still. But this is a guy that I think can get the NHL really quick, and won't be shocked if that happens. Back in his OHL draft year, I actually pulled rank. Our guys didn't have him number one, and I bumped him up to number one. I can tell you that did not happen with this list. This was a really full consensus. Matthew Schaefer at number one here. So that's it. He's the number one guy as we start the season here with the first list. Number two is Michael Misa. We'll continue to watch a little bit of Schaefer here, but Michael Misa from the Saginaw Spirits, number two, and having a really good year. The points are just piling up. And the one thing I really have liked so far from Misa is I just think he's competing harder this year, game in, game out. It's not like he didn't compete at times last year, but I thought the consistency wasn't fantastic, and I think Misa stepped it up a little bit as far as his consistency on the compete, which is really nice to see. And then number three is James Hagens, who's off to a good start in his college career. And Hagens is, I think, 12 games in. He's got about 15 points. He's got a goal. So he's off to a pretty good start here. So that's the top three. The guys are going to be recording Monday night for the regular Wednesday scouting session show. I might be joining them, but for sure it'll be Jerome and Brad at noon Wednesday. That video will come out, and they'll talk about a few more guys on the list. I'll be talking about two if I join them, and so we'll have a little more YouTube content this week here, just talking about why some guys ended up where they did and that sort of thing. So the November list, it's kind of a race to see everybody and kind of get guys shuffled in and see what you can get accomplished. So we got our base now. I think overall draft is a little bit not fantastic. I mean, I like some of these guys at the top quite a bit, including Schaefer. Huge fan of him, obviously, number one. No shock there. But don't think it's fantastic on depth. I feel like we get to kind of like third line projections a little bit earlier in the list than usual. But we'll see. It's November. We've said this before, and it gets a little bit better. I'm sure it will get a little bit better, but overall, I'm kind of not looking like the super fantastic draft as we get rolling here. All right, so that will be it for this quick little video, just to quickly introduce our number one guy as we start the year, and we'll see if he can hold the full season going forward. I will be going to London and Oshawa for the CHL USA games Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Looking forward to that. So we release Monday, Tuesday, get started with some fresh views of kind of all the top guys. So we'll see if that impacts the next list. The next list will probably be January. I think we did it December last year. Not sure if we'll do that again, but not going to commit to that right now. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are really trying to commit to it this year, as you've probably noticed if you visited. And I think now that the first list is out and we've kind of, got a base for what we're seeing out there, we'll start pumping out a few extra videos than just the kind of the one of the week. My health issues are improving, so my hand is still a bit of a disaster here, this right hand. I've got some nerve issues. An MRI is scheduled for way farther away in the future than I would like, but I'm getting out to the rinks now and all that sort of thing. But did slow me down a little bit earlier as I was recovering from the surgery in my arm, which has led to this nerve issue with my hand. So a bit of a pain in the butt, but we're dealing with it. Anyway, folks, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Like I said, like and subscribe. And the content's just going to keep rolling now as we continue on towards the World Juniors and then the next list.